Well, hello again, all my friends. I have never seen so much attention and curiosity when a man or woman of God has made their transition back to spirit. Wow, wow, wow. If you've been on social media recently, you can tell. Hundreds of thousands of people are curious about what is this idea of the gospel of inclusion? Where did it start? What was this theological progression? I'm actually doing a lecture at Morehouse College on the theological progression of Bishop Pearson. It didn't start with this. That's a leap. It started with this. And so one night, Bishop Pearson was watching television and saw African children, I believe it was Ethiopia. They were starving to death, their stomachs were distended. And he said in his mind, it's such a shame that these Muslim children are living in hell and now they're going to die and go to hell. And the voice of God spoke to him and said, is that what you think I'm doing? And from then, Carlton began to research the scriptures. He found that the early church fathers were all universalists. They believed in the finished work of Calvary, that if all men died in Adam, all men will live in Christ. That's 1 Corinthians 15. I'm going to begin this Wednesday night a series that is going to tell you where Carlton Pearson started his transition in thought and where he ended up in thought. And what we are going to welcome is those who are both of the higher consciousness and expanded consciousness, those who are just curious about inclusion. I will say this about Bishop Pearson's character. He could sit with somebody who was new thought, ancient wisdom, with a guru or a rishi, and he could sit with somebody who was still really stuck in the religious forms of Christianity. He was a lot like Jesus of Nazareth, who welcomed Nicodemus, who came at night. He came out of curiosity, but didn't want to be seen by others. Do you know how many conversations I've sat in with Bishop Pearson at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, with pastors who didn't want to be seen by their parishioners, but were curious? If you're curious, if you're a Nicodemus at night, if you've got some questions about where did this awakening begin and where did it end, we're going to start that journey this Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. We look forward to seeing you then.